Hey everybody, Tom here, and today I want to set up the next scenario for the seventh continent. This is kind of the first scenario in the box, the Voracious Goddess. If you watched any of my previous videos, you know that I set up and played the Crystal Song scenario, which will come in an expansion, but print and play and yada yada. But we're going to set up the official first one. So we're going to go ahead and pop off the lid, take out the book, we got our actions. And let me take a moment to claw out the card holders. I have a design in my brain on how to make this easier. Like I will have these like little holders that I'm going to take and pull out, but I just haven't made them yet. That'll be a summertime project. School is out in 3 weeks. Not that anybody's counting. Yes, June 1st will be my last day in school. So excited. All right. Okay, we got the cards out. I'll put the box out of the way for now. And first thing I've got to do is we need to pick. I just got to make sure. Did I get everything out? Yes, I did. Okay, I just want to make sure all of my banished cards were put back where they belonged. Okay, first thing I want to do is I want to pick who I'm playing with. So in here, if you remember correctly, I put all these tokens. Now, I'm going to do a two-player setup for the Voracious Goddess. I played the Crystal Song solo, and what I think would be a good thing to do is to have a man and a woman for this scenario, and not the guy that I just played. So I'm going to take him out of contention, or out of the, is that how you'd say it? Out of the running. So we've got a man, 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 woman, woman. Okay, so of the man, I'm going for that old guy right there. I was secretly hoping for Frankenstein because I just don't know why he's in there, but it sounds like fun. So that will be there. And then for the women, we'll go for the red-headed woman. All right. So what I need to do is figure out which of these tokens these people are. And we're going to need 2 fire tokens because each character gets their own fire token. So once again, I'm using these from the Stonemaier sets. The game comes with ones that look like this. So there's that. And similarly, these bones I paid for. I think they're super cool. I actually like the way that they feel and that they sound. I just don't think that they will read very well on camera for clarity, so I'll be pulling out these dice. But first, let's find our little stand-up things. Where are we? Okay, so obviously no fire tokens needed. That's the guy I played last time, not that lady. Yes, we need this guy, and is that her? I think that's her. She's wearing a hat. All right. Okay, so the rest of these are going to go in. Let me grab this satchel to remind myself how many dice we need. Okay, so each character can hold 3 blue cards, 3 green cards, and 3 dice with 3 cards each. Lots of 3s for a 2-player game. So we're going to grab 6 dice. And the rest of these are going in here. And then from game to game, I'll store things over on this side. These are just my randomizers, I guess. So they are going back in there. And I'm done with the stuff that I need from here. Next up, what we need to do is we have our satchel. So that's a good thing. We're going to need that. We're going to need our markers for the action deck and the discard pile. So I'll keep these here. Obviously, I'll place them in a good place for the gameplay video. We need our marker for the past. And now we need to find the correct curse. So here's all of our curse cards there. Crystal Song, we just did that. Voracious Goddess, and the Clue. So I'll grab those and keep these for a different day over here. And these are all the save tokens. All right, so now what we need is our basic skills. So our basic skills, we're going to end up shuffling these in a moment, but I'm going to also grab our character decks. So we need a character-specific decks. It looks like we are playing with Ferdinand Leclerc. So that's one guy. And then we are also playing, oh, I see the hair, with Keelan McCluskey. So take those out. And then we played Elliot Pendleton last time. Okay, go ahead and put these back into their appropriate deck here. And yes, we've got our 2 character cards. We'll keep those out. And then we have these cards need to get shuffled in to this deck as well as these cards. So my thought is, let's just kind of shuffle these things together-ish. There's a slight color difference between these cards, but I honestly don't think that I'm smart enough or care enough to notice. So we've got these, and I don't know if there's a better way to sort these. I kind of almost do these pandemic style, just because these don't shuffle very nicely. At least not as easily as you want them to be if you want them to be well shuffled. So let's go ahead, and I'm just going to set up 6 decks, and I'm just going to randomly go around like this. And then every once in a while, let's throw a couple of these in here. Yeah. And we'll throw in a couple more. And then finally, like that. And then we'll grab all of these, and I'll do one more kind of shuffle with these cards all together, like this. Okay, so then we'll just give these a shuffle. A little something, something like that. And then cut the deck in half. All right, there is our action deck. I'm going to put it with our action deck marker over here. We've got our discard pile. We've got the past. Okay, I'm going to bring the camera this way just so we could set up our player area. And I'm not exactly sure why I felt the need to direct traffic or an aircraft in that last shot, but apparently I did. I am going to just use the blue and red papers. Obviously, we'll have our character sitting there, but I really like what that does for the channel, where it just makes it so easy to follow. And if this is anything like last time, we're going to be using a lot of this space covering up a lot of that blue. So even though this blue paper seems a little extreme for now, in theory, in my brain, we're going to be filling it up. My plan is to not keep the satchel and items here, but to keep the satchel and items probably up near the discard pile and the action deck and stuff, because these are shared by both characters. So I'm going to go ahead and put those there. Each character has their 3 dice and their fire. Here's his token, and just to triple check, make sure I grabbed the right one. Yes, I did. Okay, so Ferdinand is going to be here, I believe. Yes, maybe to this. Yes, I'm going to have to think about this, but somewhere here-ish. And you guys can't quite tell, but right above, so down there is Ferdinand, and up there are the draw piles, and I'm trying to hide it. We have shadows here. It really doesn't matter except the direction that I'll be moving things. So here we go. The red card, we're going to give that to Keelan. That's her name. And then she'll have her 3 dice. Oh, they're around the tripod. 3 dice and her little token, which will go on the map very shortly. And you know what? It honestly doesn't matter for you guys, but I'm having a change of heart. I'm putting the 3 decks down here. Then I'm going to put the satchel and the journal. I'm going to splay them out under the map, kind of down in this area. So our satchel and journal, I'll just keep it out like this. Okay. So we've got our clues here. I'm going to read these at the beginning. So in our next video, I'll read these. Oh, do you know what? Duh. I'm so dumb. This needs to get shuffled into the action deck. Sorry, that was a brain fart. Okay, so I'll put that there in the middle, and then we will give this as good of a shuffle as I know how to do with these weird shaped cards. And again, not complaining about the cards. I actually really love them. They're just tricky to shuffle. Okay, and again, I was going to sleeve these to make shuffling just feel a little easier, but I feel like they were too glary on the camera, so I'm holding off on that. All right, there's the cards. So instead we have our satchel and our clue. I'll read the clue at the beginning of the next video, but I do want to see down here it says begin the adventure by putting card 10 into play. Each player places their figure on it. So let's just set that part up. Okay, and there is stuff to read. We will read it shortly, but I just want to be prepared, so I'm going to grab 2 Exploration 1 cards. There's card 10 right there, and 2 random Exploration cards right here. I'm going to grab my character tokens. Again, I'm using these tokens instead of the miniatures because because the miniatures are hard to read on camera. For the most part, I think they're going to stick together a lot, but of course, it'll be nice to have that flexibility of they don't have to. And there you go. I am set up, ready to begin the journey of the Voracious Goddess. We will read all of the things in our next video. If you would like to see that video, go ahead and click on the link in the description of this video. And I will not be doing like a here's how to play video style. I'm just going to dive in and play. If you are interested in seeing how the game is played, I'm going to recommend checking out my earlier videos from the series, as the earlier ones will be linked in the description of this video as well. Okay, here we go. I'm freaking excited. Let's get this party started. Bye soon. We will see you.